It's Friday the 13th, which is, it's our lucky day. There are 13 witches to make a coven. There is 13 moon cycles within a year. Before religion, Friday the 13th was considered the day of magic for the wise ones. It was a day of magic and connection to the goddess. It was considered a day to worship the divine feminine that lives within us all, and to honor the cycles of creation and death and rebirth. Friday the 13th was considered a very powerful day to manifest, honor creativity, and to celebrate beauty, wisdom, and nourishment of the soul. Friday is Venus Day, and we all know that Venus is the direct power of feminine energy. Her energy joins us at the end of the week to honor the days gone by and to remind us that it is important to rest, relax, and play. For those who were born on Friday the 13th, most will say that the child will be unlucky in life. However, we believe that when a child is born on a Friday the 13th, they have mystical and magical powers and will have a very lucky life filled with many spiritual blessings. The number 13 has had many historical connections to secret societies, a meaning that is only known to the initiatives of the highest degrees. In the occult, the number 13 is a lucky number. In religion, it is an unlucky number. In the Bible, the dragon, a symbol for Satan, is found 13 times in Revelation. Satan is behind all rebellion against God. The 13th chapter of the Revelation is reserved to the Antichrist and to the beast. 13 on elevators or hotels, where did that come from when they took it off? In ancient Babylon times, the Code of Hammurabi, I'm probably saying that wrong, the number 13 is omitted in the list of laws. So the habit of leaving out the 13th floor in tall hotels is a relatively old one. Skyscrapers did not come about this until 1885. Even then, the first skyscraper, the Home Insurance Building, was only 12 stories tall. The tradition appears to have begun as omitting the 13th floor and everything above it, as critics believed such tall skyscrapers would cast unseemly shadows. Whether you see it as lucky or unlucky, that is up to you. However, throwing salt over your shoulder, right hand using, and throwing it backwards over the left shoulder will break any curse or unlucky energy coming your way. Superstition has it that at all times a devil waits over your left shoulder, and also that spilling salt is bad luck, perhaps because it's used to be rare and precious. Hence, you might get rid of your bad luck by throwing salt into the eyes of the devil. There's also a belief that your guardian angel, who can be found over your right shoulder, spills salt to warn you of evil nearby. Either you throw the salt to hurt the devil, or as salt was valuable as an offering to placate him. It was known to remove the evil eye. In magic, the Friday the 13th is a great day to remove the evil eye or any blocks, bondages, or negativity that may be in your life. One couple things I like to do for Friday the 13th is do a hex removal. So I will make black salt. Making black salt entails sea salt, as well as any type of ash that you have from your smudge seashells, or your cauldron ashes, or even your incense ash. Take some of the ash and mix it into sea salt and use that as a purifying protection salt. You can use that salt to carry with you in a little mojo bag. You can sprinkle it around your property, across your doorways. Some people will sprinkle it in the house and use their magical brooms. However, that can be messy. Or you can also use a blend of sea salt and dill for sprinkling around your house to purify and break any blocks or negativity. The sea salt and dill is not going to be as messy, leaving the charcoal behind. So it is a good one to use in the house with your magical brooms. I wanted to go into the numerology of Friday the 13th. The number 13 is a 1 plus 3 equals 4. So 13 describes a pattern of new beginnings with the 1. It is creative expression with the 3, and it equals building and structure, which is a 4. It is actually a theme of solid, grounding movement. So in essence, number 13 is a strong vibration representing organization and accomplishment in a creative and unique way. So what can be unlucky about that? Well, we've all seen the movie Friday the 13th. And we also know that the death card in the tarot is the number 13. So the death card represents occult mysteries and secret activities. It's death and rebirth. The secret lies in the knowledge that we can detach from emotional and mental attachment to our forms, symbolized by the skeleton, and still have it in the earth. If the trump card signified physical death, the skeleton would be in a disintegrating passive state, which it is not. The white horse symbolizes the self of our physical desires, which previously appeared as the white dog in the Fool and the red lion of strength in a perfectly purified condition. That is the precise condition that facilitates the rebirth or transformation that the death card truly heralds. The sunrise indicates a new dawn, and the river's sharp turn shows that our direction is being purposely rechanneled toward that metamorphosis, similar to death, that occurs for every person. The number 1 represents the conscious mind that has combined with the number 3, whose concept is growth and imagination, to form the number 13. Our imagination has expanded to a point where we realize and envision our own transfiguration. The black banner decorated with the white rose in full bloom suggests that we have come to an abyss where we can choose to shed our past and eliminate our previous experience. We then assume the position of refinement, prepared for the spiritual sun and celestial waters to nurture us into newborn splendor. The death card represents chaos and Egyptian god Nu, who represents the concept of the primordial ocean from where all seeds of life sprouted. He is every person experiencing a new liberation and freedom through realizing the soul's immortality and what's important to it. A welcoming change, new beginnings, emotional growth, and transformation. It's a sign of positive change and a brand new way of life. Old emotional programming is released. I like to also make a Friday the 13th oil. I use this for luck. I wear it when I go to the casino, but making it on Friday the 13th adds so much magical vibration to it. To make a special magical Friday the 13th oil, you will need lemongrass. Lemongrass will stimulate psychic awareness and is also used for personal purification and protection. You can also use rosemary. Rosemary is used to promote clearing, protection, love, long life, and happiness. When you sniff the essential oil to clear your conscious mind, it will also improve your memory. Rosemary was traditionally used as an offering to the goddesses and the gods. Juniper. Juniper banishes all things that block good health. It attracts good, healthy energies and love. Juniper berries can be carried by males to increase potency. Use a string of juniper berries, burn for magical protection, place a sprig of juniper near the door to your home or with valuables to keep them safe against theft. But locking doors too are a must. Use juniper oil in magical workings to increase money and prosperity. So when I make my oils, I will have lemongrass, rosemary, juniper, and I like to usually add 3 juniper berries into the bottle. Dragon's blood is also another ingredient that I like to use for purification, ritual magic, love, perfection, protection, and exorcism. Mandrake, 1 little piece of mandrake within the bottle, will also bring protection, love, money, fertility, and health. Very few herbs are as steeped in magical lore as mandrake. It is associated with the most intense practices of magic. It has great power as a visionary herb. It empowers visions, providing us the visions to bring them into manifestation. It intensifies the magic of any situation. Orange, I like to use. Sweet orange is for self-purification and for transforming negative emotions into peace or joy. It will increase our bioelectrical energy for magical working. Peppermint. Peppermint I'll put in, it will arouse the conscious mind and will halt negative thoughts. It can also be used for self-purification. Use peppermint in all spell and ritual work involving Hecate and to invoke Cernunnos, the god. Add a drop or 2 to incense or other oil mixtures. Sacred tobacco. We will use as offering, protection, and assistance. So just a little piece of tobacco in the bottle, or if you have tobacco oil, that works too. Rose, you can use, and I put it in for love, luck, and light. You can also use mugwort. Mugwort is a good ingredient to put into this oil. It brings strength, psychic powers, protection, prophetic dreams, healing, astral projection. You can also use mugwort as a wash or the oil to consecrate or anoint crystal balls or any other tools of divination like our pendulums. It produces visionary dreams and is a prime ingredient in dream pillows. It keeps one safe from dark forces, and it also protects children. Incense burning mugwort will bring protection. When we carry mugwort, it brings loved ones safely home from journeys. A tonic for the soul, it keeps us aware that our spiritual directions are aligned. And when we burn it with sandalwood or wormwood during scrying sessions, it will bring us easy enhancement of our visions. A mugwort infusion sweetened with honey will enhance divination as well. Carry it also increases lust and fertility. So with these ingredients that I mentioned to make your Friday the 13th oil, you can use all of these ingredients or use 3 of the ingredients. It's best to also, or 3 or 4, minimum of 3 is of course going to give you the power that you want for your 13th oil. So all of these ingredients can either be an essential oil or the actual herb. For orange, I do like to put a little piece of the peel inside my oil, as well as a rose petal and a piece of tobacco. Now, if you're going to make this oil, you can use olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil. Because I make it for my customers and clients, I like to use it with grapeseed oil because when you use grapeseed oil, it is non-allergenic, so they won't have any negative results from it because of allergies. So keep that in mind when you blend it up, and make sure that, of course, you empower the herbs before you mix them all together, and that is really important. Moving on to more of the Friday the 13th information, I want to go into the chant that I like to use. So after I make my Friday the 13th oil, I like to use the Hathors. The Hathors are ancient masters of sound and light that are here to assist us with our planetary evolution and ascension. They are the healers of healers. They are an ascended civilization of interdimensional masters who embody unconditional love. The Hathors have served our planet's evolution and ascension for over 850,000 years. The Egyptian goddess Hathor represents strongly their feminine, nurturing, and uplifting presence. So after you blend your oil, or maybe you want to use the ingredients and make a loose incense to burn in your cauldron, I like to hold it and say the following. To the Hathors I speak to today, come to our circle, come to our aid. 2 things we request. Protect us from negativity and bad luck, and send me good luck that makes me smile. On this Friday the 13th, we honor you as Queen. Let this year be our luckiest year yet, as you bless each one of our dreams. So mote it be. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about Friday the 13th. A few other things that I find important about it is that Friday the 13th has always been a secret power, and it was actually a 14th century cover-up. Friday the 13th is actually good luck, and it is associated, as I said, with the 13 cycles of the moon in a lunar year. And this is why women have 13 cycles a year and ovulates on the 13th day. In 1487, free thinking and divine female energy was suppressed and labeled as witchcraft by Heinrich Kramer, who went forth to burn many healers on the stake due to forced ignorance and a hatred for powerful female leaders. This is why Friday the 13th is actually a spiritual day of enlightenment, divine feminine energy, and healing that could be sacred instead of hated. Before I go, I do also want to share with you that the actual number 13 before religion was known as a call for magic. So whenever we are walking around in our day and we see the number 13, then it means that that is a sign that something in our life needs power. It's a call for protection and activation. When we see the 13, the evil eye needs to be removed. It's a call to accomplish something, to work magic, to heighten the vibration. And when I see 13, I know I need to perform magic to heighten the energy of things I'm currently manifesting. It is the power of the witch in play. It's a sign that evil is around, so purification is first priority, and that I need to do this so that my manifestations are not tainted. One thing that I like to do is light a white candle and have it burn in front of a mirror so that my protection is connected to this world and the spirit world. If you light a candle and you see the 7 rays in the mirror, 7 colors from your candle's aura, then you are truly honing the mystical power of a witch. I would love to hear from you if you have seen those 7 rays in the mirror from your candle of protection. Have fun and enjoy and manifest away with this power of Friday the 13th. Blessings to you all. Thank you for listening. Enjoy and good luck to you always. Don't forget to like my channel, subscribe to it, like this video, share the knowledge. Bye-bye.